And we are.
Okay, I'm nervous.
I believe we're live, Zach.
Welcome, one and all, to a Saturday stream extravaganza. It's a lot of
Saturday.
a Saturday stream. It's a lot of green.
Yeah,
We're green with envy.
we apologize for that. I wonder if I can just.
Does anyone know how to? Can someone green screen us out? Not behind us, just us. All green. What's up, River, Noodlehead, my duckle,
My what?
raging? And this guy wants his duckle. I don't know.
Okay.
Ouija is asleep.
How do you know?
He says it.
Oh, so we just here.
How do we feel that Pocket Rumble is out? Life kind of feels over. Honestly, this stream is gonna get real serious.
It's not, guys.
It's gonna get real serious.
It's not.
Thanks. Why did you look at my name? I'm sorry I looked.
Yeah,
Captain
we're so sorry for all the green. I'm trying to see.
Captain Dog. I'm getting a dog. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about my dog.
Wait, what? Oh, sure. Let's talk about dogs. I also have a dog thing. Go, you first.
Okay, so I decided that I need to get a dog, and my house is empty. The Switch can only fulfill so many voids.
Zach, put your headphones on correctly, please.
I want to be able to hear the real world. I don't want to live in a machine. I don't want to live in a simulation.
Oh man.
Have you seen The Matrix? Once you're stuck, I have sensitive skin. I don't want that neck abrasion.
What?
So anyways, hi, Death from work.
Hi, Death.
Okay. Can I finish my dog story, Gabe? Okay, so
yeah.
I want to get a dog, and I'm going to visit them this week. And I'm going to see if I bond.
Okay.
I'm afraid that I'm not going to like them when I see them.
Okay, so...
No, fake Luigi over here, Luigi number 1, says cats are better, which is not true.
That's a fact.
That's just not a fact.
Yeah, okay. But what I was going to tell you, Zach, is...
Yeah?
So I was in the living room, right?
And got a dog in the living room?
You know we already have a dog, but... So I was in the living room, Zach. And then what happened was I heard something scratching at the door. So I said, what's this? So I said, what's this? I go outside. I open the door. There's a little puppy outside. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, oh, hi, puppy. The puppy's very hungry. It's thirsty. Yeah. I give it food. Okay. I give it water. It runs in my house. I have Raylan inside. Raylan is a feline. One of the cats that are better than dogs, one of them. And, you know, this little German Shepherd puppy. It's a little puppy, little boy. He runs inside. I'm very worried for Raylan, so I grab him. I take him to the backyard. It's fenced. There's a gate and stuff. So I go and I feed him, and the dog's still out there now.
All right.
He's been there for like 3 days. Let's see.
You're 3 days ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm very ahead of you.
We got a important question here from EOND. Do you think we'll see Despacito on Switch?
No.
My next question comes from... We'll explain what's going on in a second, but I just have to get this one out the way. Where is it? Dang it.
How mean can we be on the stream? Let's just be very mean.
Cabbage Overlord says, do you have any predictions for E3 2017?
Animal Crossing.
I predict that they unveil Mario Odyssey, that there's a Metroid Prime 4 teaser trailer. Okay, anyways, so here's the deal.
What's the deal, Zach?
Comet Force has been missing for quite a while, and a lot of people are like, hey, what's going on with that? Where's the show? And we kind of felt that it was running itself into the ground a bit. It was becoming repetitive, and no fault of yours, more a fault of ours. And it was kind of just running out of steam. So the idea was that maybe we would convert it into a live stream Q&A, which would then allow more people to get their questions asked that actually want them answered, as opposed to like, hey, like you were Candid Camrad and randomly selected. And obviously random selection is fun, although I was terrified of a military draft as soon as I turned 18. Like, I was so scared of signing up for that.
All right.
But no, we thought that making it live might be a good way to add a little bit of pizzazz back to it. And then it would still be Common Force because the questions would be coming from the comments, but they'd be coming from a direct like comment to the purpose instead of like basically like manufacturing questions out of things. Because early on in the Switch life cycle, either before the Switch was out or when we were waiting for like a large like a large portion of the lineup or what it was going to be or in its infancy, there were so many questions, and then questions started to disappear and it became more just comments, and it's hard to fabricate.
It's also hard to fabricate.
I had this thought, like if I was a creation, like a robot, like I would never know. Okay. But anyways, we could talk about like news topics, games we're playing, and then integrate questions and sort of have it be like a live thing. We could also take some from Twitter where we're developing a bit of a bigger community than we had before. I believe when we started Common Force, our Twitter community was like 5. So it didn't make any sense to take questions from Twitter. But anyway, so today's kind of just like a testing bed, hangout sesh. I've been really ill. You want to hear that story? Okay. So anyhow, this isn't like the exact formula or anything, but it's basically we're just kind of like testing it out, asking you. We know a lot of people have wanted to know like where Common Force is, and it just sort of like felt like it was outdated.
Yeah, I never liked the fact. Okay, all right. All right. So yeah, I always felt a way about the fact that like, hey, like yeah, we're reading people's comments for Common Force, but so many of them didn't even know. Like there's people that just honestly didn't know that they were being on the show. So I always wanted it to be a more like, hey, Twitter thing, right? Because you directly ask us questions and you want to be on the show, and we know you want to be on the show because you told us you want to be on the show, and now we just randomly like picked a question, and then so many other things got in the way. We had E3, and then we had the whole robbery thing that sidetracked us for a while.
Then I got sick. The story you don't want to hear.
Yeah, well, I know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, I got a fever, Gabe, for the first time in 10 years, and it was terrifying. Temperatures were rising like an old school Switch. The Daily Football News says, man, is this a Q&A or a personal life thing?
Both.
Okay, so there's a few topics I want to talk about, and then we'll take questions. Primarily like Switch or Switch Force questions, I guess, not like what we think about world topics. Or I've seen a couple weird ones here.
We'll take a couple of those.
Sure. Just again, this is sort of more of like a test bed. But
that's such a weird term.
One thing that we did want to talk about that we thought been thinking about like off air for a while is the Switch, like the Nintendo stock dropping. Hey, and Bricksten just brought that up. Nintendo's stock drop, right? So if you don't know what's going on, their stock has been dropping consistently since E3. And in fact, it's dropped consistently since March. It's down 34% since March, which is crazy because they've been selling really well. They announced Smash Brothers and Pokemon in that time. It's very odd that they have massive games that are going to be mega sellers, and yet their stock is dropping. They've responded in a number of ways. One of them, I think, is by reintroducing the classic consoles in the market the second half of this year. One of them is, I think, by saying that, hey, there's more games for 2018, and we'll discuss them at a later date. But it is odd, and we've seen a number of people bring up that it's really odd that you have this company that's super successful, the Switch is selling really well, the word of mouth is really great, and yet the stock is dropping over and over and over.
I think it's more the stock fixing itself, right? Because we said this before, Nintendo shareholders are just so super reactionary to things, right? Like things go well, it jumps up by like a lot. If things go a little bad, like it just goes down. So them being super reactionary in that way, and the stock was going up for a long time, and I feel like this is just it kind of normalizing. But I mean, I don't own Nintendo stock. I have no idea.
I think that some of it is that, and I do think some of it is the lack of clarity on future plans. I think the fact that there wasn't a lot, in the way of a schedule or a 2018 plan. But then once they unveiled that, once they did say, hey, and part of the reason that I think they said Gen 8 Pokemon is coming fall 2019 is to appease these stockholders, and yet still they're not okay.
It's 2 games.
Which is weird, right? I think it's all very overreactionary. I think that it's all very odd, and I don't think that it really matters much. I think the Switch is going to do super well. I think this holiday season is going to do absolutely incredible. I think the games we mentioned are going to do great, but I do wonder if maybe like the lack of third party support plays into that a bit, or maybe it just is like the short cycle with which they now announce, reveal, release, announce, reveal, release, and somehow that has an issue. We're getting breaking news.
Yeah.
Warframe was just announced for Switch at TennoCon 2018. I don't know that does much for us, but it's like a cool get.
It's Panic Button's game.
Is it?
Yeah, this is it. Panic Button's porting it. So the game that they said was going to get announced this month, that's it. Yeah, I don't like Warframe very much. But I mean, cool. I mean, it's a big game. Another big free to play game coming to Switch is cool. Yeah. Maybe we'll have a bigger video on it at some point, but yeah, that doesn't do much for us. Wait, Zach is deflated by this.
Panic Button.
Yeah, it's a big game, dude. Okay, Zach, we can't give him too much silence. What do you think?
I'm just trying to accept that this is Panic Button's game.
I mean,
we're like, it could be Injustice 2. It could be something really cool and momentous. It could be Warframe. I mean, Warframe is fine. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I'm not playing Warframe.
I think it's interesting that Nintendo must have a focus on incorporating more and more of these like free to start games or free to play games. Like that has to be a company priority for them in acquiring more and more of these titles and having that be a part of their ecosystem that typically is not really a Nintendo thing.
Dude, like you think Nintendo has way more of a hand in this than I do. Like I think this has nothing to do with Nintendo. Like, sure, they're accepting the game on their platform, but I don't think they're actually out there,
I think it's intentional. I think between this, Arena of Valor, Fortnite, Paladins, I think that's a clear focus.
It's the publishers coming out and saying, "Hey, we want this game on Switch," and Nintendo's like, "Okay." Like, I don't.
It's just very, very coincidental. That's all at the same time. I absolutely think I think it is definitely a direct initiative, especially the online service launching in 2 months, to incorporate more of these free-to-play type titles. I absolutely think it's intentional. I don't think it's very exciting. I think, what's the Warframe player base at? It's huge. It's way bigger than you think.
Yeah, it's insane. People love that game.
As of March, over 40 million people had played Warframe. They average 60,000 a day on Steam.
Whoop, that's a lot.
Today they had 80,000 concurrent.
Yeah,
that's a lot of players.
That's huge. There are not many games that have that.
Yeah. So it's like cool to get on Switch again. Like, it's not really that great for us, but I think it's a great deal. I just wish that Panic Button was doing like a difficult console port.
A difficult console port?
Like Injustice 2 or something that, like you're like, man, that would be like a real big deal on Switch. Also,
some people would say that Warframe on Switch is a bigger deal than Injustice 2 on Switch. We're not those people.
Sure.
But yeah.
Sure. I also want to point out that Warframe launched on Xbox 360 and PS4 in 2013. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of an oldie. Yeah, obviously they like update it and stuff.
Mm.
But yeah. Max says Warframe is the #1 game on Twitch in the US. That can't be right.
It's gotta be randomly sometimes. Like, I mean, Warframe is big.
Oh my god, it currently is the #1 game.
Yeah.
What in the? Maybe it's because of the con.
I mean, Warframe is very big. Like, it's been big, so yeah.
So, do they have a release date for um
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. Let's see. Is there a release date for this? The other thing I wanted to talk about briefly was Octopath Traveler.
You played it some finally.
Yes, and I wanted to ask you which story did you start with? Because I didn't realize how important that was when I picked.
Okay, I'm not gonna remember her name. I haven't touched the game in
Which one
days.
is it?
The female that has the ability to get beasts, like kind of like Pokemon.
That's the one I picked.
Okay, yeah, she's the cool one.
Where it's so predictable.
Yeah, she's great. You like it? How much did you play?
Like an hour.
And like a real hour?
What's a fake hour?
There's Zach time.
No, like an hour, like an actual hour.
Okay.
And I what I wanted to ask was you've played other characters, right?
Yes.
So you play through like the entirety of a story and then move on, or can you switch midway, or how does that work?
No, okay. So what you do is you pick one character that you're going to start with, and you progress through the story, and you're going to have the opportunity to recruit all these other players. So you're going to have like a party, and you're not like switching like constantly. When you go and meet up with like a new character for the first time, you get like the beginning of their story. You start playing as them, and the character that you picked originally, she's not in it because you get like the backstory and stuff. So you play through that section, and then after that, they're with you, so they're in your party. So they continue with you on the adventure, and of course, as you collect more travelers, they're all going to be in your party.
So is it a case of where like if I let's just name two characters. Let's call one Gabe and one Zach. If I start with Gabe and I meet Zach along the way, after I relive Zach's little backstory,
Mm-hmm.
is there like a major overarching story, or am I then just adding Zach to Gabe's story?
Don't no,
Like,
they intertwine in areas.
okay.
Yeah,
Um, my other question is, are all the characters so freaking Shakespearean in their dialogue, or is it just a case of the forest hunter girl? Because
it's a case of the Fortune Hunter girl.
oh, okay, thank God, because
Yeah.
that drove me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do 60 hours of this.
Yeah, no. But I mean, do you like it? Like,
It's better than I expected. I think the battle system is what I really enjoy. I really like the boost idea. I think that's such a simple but excellent idea. I wish the load times were a little less between the random encounters and the popping out and popping in. I think the art style is really pretty.
it's a beautiful game.
It almost looks like it's like fan made in the way that they have like generated the.
It looks like a painting to me.
It reminds me so much of 3D Dot Game Heroes, and I know it doesn't look like it in any way. I know it doesn't in any way, but there's an element of it that just like lighting wise and stuff reminds me of it. But no, I like it more than I expected. I'm gonna play more. I'm gonna try and I guess like I feel like it's important to decide which character you're gonna start with. So I'm gonna try and
I mean, I'm
do
carrying
a
over.
few.
I'm carrying over my save file, so I that's done. I'm not gonna replay through all this stuff.
But it's not replaying if you
Go
start
with
a
a
new, if you
different
choose a new
character.
character.
Yeah, but then at some point when you do want to recruit this person, you got to
Well,
do all the
how much
stuff again.
when you recruit them? How much do you play? Is like a 15-minute backstory, or like an hour backstory?
No,
or like,
so the section that you've played as her, where slight spoilers for the demo, I guess if you really don't want to hear, but it's nothing. So you're gonna replay the area where like her mentor like leaves, and you're gonna go like look for him, like that stuff you're gonna replay.
so it's a big chunk of content
Yeah,
per character
it's a
in
decent,
terms of the
yeah,
flashback.
yeah, it's a decent chunk. Yes.
Okay. Um, let's take some questions. If you guys want to ask questions about any games that are out, any news topics, any future predictions, anything of that sort, that is kind of what I'd like to do now and see how that goes. Comment for us in spirit, definitely not in form, as we look to move that to a different medium. Are you on an Octopath, Gabe? I feel like I am.
Boy, am I. I'm on a different Octopath than you.
God.
We can't say what Octopath I'm on.
All right, this is kind of an interesting question. Caleb Ass said, I just beat Octo expansion. I'm now playing Mario Plus Rabbids expansion. Have you two played either? And I'm going to add a little bit here. Which one do you prefer?
I've played both. Octo expansion is a better expansion. Like Splatoon 2 is just like a god tier game to me. I've recently, like, for the third time, gotten back into it because, as everyone knows, my Switch got stolen, so all my progress got stolen. I was like level 39 or something in Splatoon. I was like 8+ and a lot of the rank stuff. All that's just gone now. So having to restart is super, super not great. But, just last night I was playing with some friends of mine online. Like, I don't do that very often. I don't play games with Switch games with friends at all. But last night we all made the realization we have Splatoon. Why don't we party up in there and go play? And also Salmon Run was going on, so we could have done that. We had the option to. We almost did, but it just got too late. We did some private matches in 2v2. So I love Splatoon. I think Octo Expansion does like so much with the creativity of all the levels, of the sheer amount of content that there is in there. The Donkey Kong Adventure is long. Don't get me wrong; it's not short by any means. But
it's longer, hands down.
Yeah, but then you get to be an Octoling in the online, and like there's other incentives there. So I prefer Octo Expansion. I don't want to take anything away from the Donkey Kong one because I've played that as well. It's also really, really good. But yeah, I'm loving everything Octopath. There's a question.
Octo Expansion.
Yes, sorry. A $10 donation from Darius Truxton says, "How much will Octopath Traveler outsell Captain Toad? By some. By some. I think so. You don't think so?
I'm worried about Octopath sales. I don't know that
it's going to do
an
so well.
An SNES RPG in 2018 for $60 sells that well. We'll see.
You think it sells less than 500,000 copies? No way. No way. There's hype behind that game. There is.
What was the recent one that Square Enix put out on Switch earlier this year?
They did Lost Sphere and they did I Am Setsuna.
Yeah. I want to see Lost Sphere sales.
No, that's not great. Check I Am Setsuna sales.
No, I want to see Lost Sphere.
No, check I Am Setsuna.
Okay, we'll see both.
All right. In the meantime, let me just say hi, Tragic Toast. Thank you for the $2 donation through Super Chat. He says, "Are y'all enjoying Hollow Knight? I'm loving it. I'm picking that up soon."
Okay, let's take a little guess here from the audience and from Gabe. How many copies do you think that Lost Sphere sold on Switch?
Where are you getting these from? VG charts?
This would be the debut week.
Oh wait, how many did sell on week 1? Oh, not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
How many do you think?
I don't know, maybe 20,000 or something. 4,000 is that what you're gonna say?
I'm trying to like wait for a chat, but I forget that they're behind.
Yeah, they're behind.
Okay,
In the meantime, again, Evan Faulkner is Mario Tennis Aces on your regrets list. I love that game. I've played it so.
I still think it's good.
I played like 40 hours of that game, so no.
I also want to go back and comment on Tragic Toast. Hollow Knight. Jake is like 20 hours into that game.
It's a great game.
He plays it all the time. I was shocked. It sold 5,400 copies.
Yeah, but that's a week 1. Like, sure. How much did I Am Setsuna sell? And stop looking at week 1. I want to see how much it sold.
All right, I'm gonna try to look for Lost Sphere total sales.
Just go to VG charts.
Oh. Okay, they have Lost Sphere at about. They don't have North American data being reported.
Okay, just what do
they just have it at total at 40,000 copies.
Okay, which let me say, you understand that there's way more hype behind Octopath than Lost Sphere, right? You see that. That's clear as day.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I think it'd be really hard to
check Setsuna. Setsuna sold better. What games are on our regret list? I can think of a couple. Should I say a couple, Zach?
Sure.
One. We don't like talking about this game. Sorry, Zach. Kirby. I don't think either of us like Kirby a whole lot. Like, it's fine. Like, it's a cool Kirby game, but I don't think either of us liked it very much. So we'll say that. I don't know if Zach has any off the top of his head. I can think for a little. I was really hoping Layers of Fear was like fun on Switch. I don't like that game at all. So, nah, those are 2 I would give. All right, so we have another donation coming in from Tesla Volta Games. Good name. Says Zelda HD remakes for Switch, Skyward Sword. I wish at some point I would imagine, but It'd be really, really fun. I think Skyward Sword is the one they should start with. They're saying 61K for Setsuna.
Yeah, that's like the opening week. So
Yeah.
I guess we can compare to that. I mean, the developer posted a $2.4 million loss back in 2016 after the launch because it didn't grab as they expected to. I don't know.
But it
I
didn't
think Octopath is gonna be very good,
it didn't launch on Switch. So
but I'm very worried about. Well, I guarantee Setsuna sold less than that on Switch.
yeah, sure.
I'm very worried about the sales of Octopath.
I also don't think it needs like millions of like it is the type of game it is, so that means that probably costs less to make.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying I think being like, oh my god, it's going to sell million is aggressive.
No, I don't think it's no. I mean,
Um. Okay, Noodlehead really wants to know if we're getting the Pearl Marina amiibos.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not.
I get all the amiibo.
I don't get any amiibo.
Get all the amiibo.
I have nowhere to put them.
A lot of people are still talking about Warframe. We know it's announced.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good get. It's not the game I wish that Panic Button was developing. It throws a wrench into predictions for the end of the year.
Ram is saying he thinks Octopath's going to be a million seller, which is amazing for any JRPG. So you would be surprised if it sold 1 million.
I was surprised Xenoblade Chronicles 2 got to 1 million so fast.
Yeah, you underestimate these things.
I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a much bigger push and is a much bigger title than Octopath Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
Ouija says we should donate amiibos to Gabe.
I don't want them, please. Like, they're great, like, they're fantastic, but I don't have anywhere to put them.
Let's see. A lot of people asking about Smash Bros. I think Smash Bros is kind of an enigma right now just because we were caught off guard by the everyone's in it idea. And, like, there's no real indication of how much is going to be new except Sakurai saying, like, sorry, there's not going to be a ton new. I still think there'll be a few new characters. I'm sure they'll be revealed the directs and a few choice moments leading up to launch.
I'm more curious what the modes are like.
I don't think there's any new modes.
Really? So you think
I
it's
don't know
just
why
a
you
Wii
think
U
there'd
game?
be. Yeah,
Because it's a new game, according to them.
it's built from the ground up. They didn't say it's a new game. They said it's built from the ground up. I don't know. I'd be real surprised if there was like some bold brand new mode. I think the big deal is that
There's a good question there. Ayodade, read that.
what would you want from Nintendo from now until the end of the Switch year,
March, yeah.
which is March? If Nintendo were to go Wii U panic mode, I will limit you to 3 things each. So three games or 3 things? Okay, 3 things.
I'm going with games. I'm not gonna,
Okay.
You're gonna say themes or something like I mean.
I'm gonna say themes. I'm always gonna say themes. No, I think releasing Picnic. too many talks about picnics. Pikmin between now and March would be great. I think themes would be great, and I think laying forth an aggressive plan for the classic software on Switch. So like not just like, oh hey, we're starting with Zelda and Mario Bros and Mario Bros 3, but like that they really laid out like, okay, that they got aggressive with the calendar. So like SNES was here before the end of the year, and that they let us know that, hey, they're going to be really adding and building to this into year 3, and that's going to be a big push and a big focus. I did hear some people say that, like, and I don't think it happens, but that what if to appease investors that they announced another classic console at this, fall direct?
Not.
I don't think it comes out this year because of the fact that they're pushing that, hey, NES Classic and SNES Classic are back in stores, but it definitely is something that probably makes a boatload of profit for them.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of forgo what you said for a minute, and I just want to talk about the 3 things I would want.
Mm-hmm.
One, I think Metroid Prime Trilogy would be fantastic, right? Metroid Prime 4 is coming. That's something a lot of us are very, very excited for. So why not give people an opportunity to play it since it hasn't been available since the Wii, and there's a lot of new Switch fans that maybe haven't even experienced that. So that would be number one. Number two, I know this is super unlikely, but like something new from Nintendo. We don't get new from Nintendo in a very long time. Like it doesn't happen often. The last thing that they did new was probably like ARMS, I guess, like wholly new. Splatoon they've created into a franchise, so I always want new from Nintendo. So something like that, although I don't think that's coming whatsoever. And the third thing I would want, instead of an N64 Classic, this isn't happening. I want a Game Boy Classic or Game Boy Advance Classic or something. So those are the things I would want, just to answer the question directly. But yeah, I don't. I think I know they say they're going to announce more things, but I think that what we know of the year is going to be what the year is. Like, sure, there'll be like a couple other things like Warframe, I guess. But
they're absolutely announcing more games.
Yeah, no, of course.
You just said what we know for the year is what we get.
Nintendo wise, I think whatever they're announcing is third party.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, you think there's going to be like another first party like Nintendo, other than the new Super Mario Brothers thing?
That absolutely counts.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think you're getting a new IP dropped December 1st.
No. I don't know.
Okay. Ram has a good question relevant to today's breaking news. Panic Button so far did Doom, Wolfenstein 2, Rocket League, and Warframe. What other 2 games would you like to see them do in the next 9 months?
Injustice?
I mean, it doesn't have to be logical. You can just pick.
Oh, like any 2 games?
Ports.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm going to roll with the crowd and go for a Batman Arkham trilogy pack. A lot of people have been talking that, or Arkham Knight. I think Arkham Knight is very underrated. I love that game a lot. So good.
That game's borderline not good.
So great. Love it. It's the best in the Arkham franchise. Maybe even better than Asylum. Maybe even better than Asylum.
Guys, he's just saying this to mess with me. Don't listen to him.
I'm absolutely not. I love it so much.
He doesn't
I think it's fantastic.
Things.
It has a seamless open world. The driving is really cool. It has gorgeous graphics. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Okay.
It has that bat guy that scares you.
I want Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Okay, Call of Duty from Panic Button.
Why not?
Like an old Call of Duty, or like the new Call of Duty?
The new one. I mean, we're saying things we wish. I mean.
Okay, sure. All right, and then for my second pick.
Okay, I don't know if Zach has the second pick. PS4 Spider-Man surprise Switch port. That's just funny.
I'd like to see them bring
Madden. Things that have nothing to do with Panic Button.
A Alan Wake Quantum Break double pack.
Sure. We're gonna start talking.
Or just Alan Wake, a $20 Alan Wake to Switch. Let's do it.
Wait, does like I know that like Remedy's next game isn't exclusive anymore and stuff, but would they be allowed to? Like, that's a Microsoft game. I don't know.
It's not a Microsoft game. Control. Alan Wake?
Yeah. That's Remedy, dude. They made that like for Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, at this point, I don't know.
Okay.
There's no rules. There's no rules here.
All right. Oh, Nier. Chicken Perm says Nier. So I know you don't like that game, but you like Arkham Knight, so you're
gonna put me back into that flu, Gabe.
Your quality standard is clearly not great.
Oh my goodness gracious. Trapson says they should bring Blitz, the football game. That was me and my dad's favorite thing back in the day. We played that on PlayStation 1 all the time.
I played on the arcade a lot. There was like this grocery store nearby, and like we would go there, and when my mom would go like buy groceries, I just like hang out at the front at the arcade machines. I played like Blitz and like Mortal Kombat and stuff.
Carson might know says, do you guys think Super Mario Party will save the series? That's such a comment force style question. We have to answer it.
Yes. I think they have heard people's complaints over the last few loud and clear. I think that they are ready to bring back the Mario Party. Everybody, it's super, Zach. Yes, it's gonna save the series.
I think so. I don't save the series is like a weird, I guess, personal question, but I think it absolutely does bring it back to the correct form. I think the character-based dice block is like a super cool strategic addition. I'm slightly worried that the board they showed seems so small and the stars seem so easily attainable. So I'm curious how that progresses, if that was a beginner board, if it's going to advance, if the goal now is that stars are much more plentiful, so people are acquiring 6, 7, 8 stars per game, how that all pans out. But it looks like they're on the right track. And again, I think that the crux here is the fact that, one, the dice block idea is brilliant, and two, even though it's not the full-on party mode, I think minigames online is something that I'd be super about, especially if they have it like in the older games. They did still have minigame modes that were interesting, where it was a sequence of minigames for points or for coins or for whatever, and then a winner was assessed. So it's not just like, oh, hey, you can get in a room and like pick a minigame, but they have like a foundation to play them under, like a competitive structure. I think that's going to be super cool. So yeah, I'm super freaking excited for it.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about Panic Button bringing Warframe to Switch, but just to reiterate, I think it's very cool that Warframe is on Switch. Don't think it's very cool that that's Panic Button's big title, but okay.
I mean, they've put out a couple other games already, so I mean, maybe we should have expected it to not be something as big. I don't
know. Kieran O'Donnell says, do your Switch consoles have any cracks? Because people are reporting their Switch consoles have cracks. So what they're talking about is that there were reports, and a bunch of people replied and said, hey, I have the same issue, that along the top in a very similar place, people were seeing cracks and even just straight breakage of plastic from their Switch consoles, and it's all happened around the last month or so. And so people were wondering if this is like a timing-based issue or something that we need to worry about. I don't have any personally. I don't think your Switch is brand new.
It's a new Switch, so.
Yeah, mine is my OG Switch. It does not have any of those. It feels like it's an issue, but like it's still very, very low, like low impact at this point.
Yeah. I don't think GTA 5 on Switch ever happens for the people mentioning in the comments.
No. Yes, Barney, Warframe on Switch is free to play.
Yeah, they're not going to start charging you that.
Okay, now that we know Warframe, SM Animations wants to know, what do we think will be the next Switch port announced?
New Super Mario Brothers.
The next one announced?
Oh, I mean, he's talking overall, not necessarily Nintendo. Okay, then maybe not. It's a good question. Diablo.
I saw something, and I apologize, I forget who posted it in the chat, but someone said that, do you think Diablo, if it's announced, gets announced by Nintendo at like a September Direct, or is it saved for BlizzCon in November?
Direct. I think they might be ready to start talking about a brand new Diablo, so maybe they'll do that at BlizzCon.
Yeah, I don't know that it's like, frankly, I don't know if it's that exciting to that you need to like save it. But in terms of the next like substantial port that gets announced, it's like so hard to predict.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is whatever Nintendo announces in September. Maybe. Because I don't know that we get a whole lot going on. I like that Chicken Perm says, yeah, they specifically designed that part of the Switch to crack in June 2018. It would be a flaw in the hardware, not a specific creation. Oh boy. Goodness gracious sakes alive. I've actually like no Switch problems. Like, I know launch week we had our Wi-Fi issues, but since then I've had like none.
Same. And I have a brand new Switch now because stolen, but yeah, before that I had no issues.
Jake messed up the joystick on one of his Joy-Con, but that was like a user error. Other than that,
that's a great way to put it.
Other than that, I don't think I've experienced any like faulty issues or any problems or anything.
Yeah.
Guys are just lucky.
Very.
It's got that fourth edge on our side.
No, we don't.
Harry,
okay,
thank you for asking 10 times, but we have no idea. There's no date on, which I think is odd, which to me means maybe it's going to be one of those things that Nintendo wants to be like, remember Warframe available today. Yeah, so I'm pegging Warframe for whatever date the September Direct is.
Have we tried Pocket Rumble, Zach?
No. We were very let down by Captain fish over at the Chuckle Corporation.
Well,
Been asking for code for a long time to review and cover it, and they just didn't even care.
I mean, they don't have to care.
They don't have a bit of hearts. Yeah, hearts. We kept mentioning their game, even when it lost all relevancy.
Oh, dude, I love this question.
Okay.
All right, Chicken Perm says, good question, Chicken Perm. He says, you can only get one new Switch game the rest of the year. What is it? But I'm gonna modify it and say it can't be Smash. And say it can't be Smash.
Okay.
Or Pokemon. It can't be those. Or I guess, sure, include them. I mean, I feel like the obvious one's Smash.
Am I an idiot if I say Super Mario Party? Even over the other two?
If I'm allowed to say Smash, I'm saying Smash. If I'm not, you're gonna call me an idiot. I'm gonna say Octopath. I'm super excited for it, dude. I am so excited for Octopath.
I think Super Mario Party, honestly.
No, I can play that at a friend's house. I don't need to get that.
I don't have friends, so I have to get it.
I'm your friend. I'll get it.
But look, this is you can't weasel out of the question and say you go play it at a friend's house.
Yes, you can.
No.
Okay.
Now that's gaming. It's a question I ask myself all the time.
Oh God.
Super Mario Party is the game that I would pick over Smash until they announce new characters, because I can go play that Smash Bros. I've played matches as Ridley and Inkling already. Joe Schmo in the life question of the day, since we'll include one of those. We used to do that in Comment Force. Mm-hmm. What countries have you guys been to?
Ours and Mexico.
I've been to Canada, home of Drake, the CN Tower, and hockey. I've been to Germany, home of Gamescom, really pretty Gothic churches, and a lot of meat. I've been to South Korea, home of StarCraft, confusing street signs, and a former ex. I've been to...
Yo, Dan, can I say what Mexico's home to?
Yeah.
Mexico, home of amazing tacos, the cartel, and a lot of guns.
I've landed briefly in a few other places. I'm not going to even count those. Like, connections don't really count. Yeah, I need to travel, man. Who wants to take me on a trip? Or where should I go?
None of you want to take him on a trip.
Where should I go? Ram, I was in Canada a month ago. 2 months ago? I just couldn't say it. It was for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah. They're very strict about that stuff. Abe says, why is Zach's Widow's Peak so sharp? Is it sharp?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm gonna just say this out loud. I actually love the Gabe disguise thing where you guys say that I'm wearing like a fake nose and glasses. I love that thing, by the way. So y'all keep that up. Go to Florida. That's not a country, but okay, go to Florida, Zach.
Been there a few times.
Yeah, Zach, go to Florida.
Let's see. Eduardo says, I've never played Smash a day in my life, but I want to get Ultimate and get good. Should I get a GameCube controller for it?
Not if you have a Pro Controller. I think a Pro Controller is perfectly adequate.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't... Well, I'll pose this as a question. If you don't have the nostalgia factor, is it like as cool as we thought it was?
No, I mean, it's still cool, but no, if you've never played with one, no, it's going to feel weird.
It's really not necessary. I don't think you'll want to use it for literally anything else, so...
Yeah.
The inevitable GameCube games on Switch that probably won't happen. Yeah. Carson might know. Wants to know if we might know if we'll see a new Mario Kart game on Switch.
I mean,
I think, yeah.
They said they want this thing to go on for a lot of years, so I mean, sure.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, whether it's on this Switch or Switch 1.2 or whatever the heck the next one is, then yeah. Legend of Link with a real good question for Gabe. Have you ever had a crush on a Nintendo character?
No. You seem disappointed by that, Zach.
I am really sad. People always used to think I did because, like, when I was younger, like, I would have, like, friends over and we'd play, like, Mario Party and we'd play Mario Tennis, we'd play Mario Strikers. I was always Peach. But I just like being Peach.
Did you see that?
No one gave Peach love.
Did you check? Okay, not check. Did you see the image of a like Bowser Peach thing on Twitter this week?
A Bowser Peach thing.
Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about? Guys, if someone can link it, if you guys saw it or you know where to find it, it's Princess Peach, but with like Bowser's, like a female Bowser head. Really? You didn't see this?
No. Raging Red, our favorite Pokemon. Do you think Doom Eternal comes to Switch?
Do I think what?
Doom Eternal comes to Switch.
Maybe. I have.
Is Doom Eternal even a 2019 game?
I think
Probably.
So. Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think so. I think they have other plans for Switch, but I don't think it's that. Okay. Jacob says, "Would you guys think / like a Tomb Raider port on Switch?"
No.
Tomb Raider was one of the weirdest games I played at E3. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Man, that game does not feel like it has evolved. It literally felt like I was like back in time 5 years. It's so weird to go from playing like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, Spider-Man, and then you go play that and you're just like, what is going on over there? It's just so weird how different engines, and I'm not speaking specifically in graphics, but that too. Like the evolution is just like I don't know, like it's so iterative.
Yeah. Someone's saying your headset's bothering me. It's been bothering me, but you made it worse.
When do we think Yoshi? When do we think Yoshi will release in 2019? Asks Angel Almanzar.
Very early. Right? No way. That's like a second half game.
April is what I'm gonna say.
Okay. What I'm doing is looking for this image that I was telling you about with Bowser and Princess Peach. I can't find it. That's what I'm looking on my phone right now. I can't.
I love this question, and it might even be one that we have to ask you guys because I don't know that we have a good answer, but I like it. Kenny Hamlin asks, "What are the best premium products to improve the Switch experience for enthusiasts?"
A second.
I mean,
dock?
Gabe, you are a connoisseur of exciting Indiegogo accessories.
A second dock I feel is really important. No? What's with that face?
Why would you want a second dock?
Well, maybe that's just more unique to us, right? But like we record,
Yeah.
I record on my monitors and stuff. But when I want to go play on like the big TV, like I don't want to have to like move the dock. So he's talking premium stuff. So I mean, not that a dock is premium, but that Pro controller I think is paramount. Yeah. Other than that, I don't. Why? The LAN adapter, right? For hooking up Ethernet. That's about it.
Yeah, I'll add in there. I think a very nice case. I really like my case.
My favorite case got stolen with the Switch.
I have a love-hate, guilt-great relationship with my case. It's leather, which I wish it wasn't, but it's so nice. Urgh, why's it gotta be cow? My other recommendation is custom Joy-Con. Find someone on Instagram that does a good job. I'll recommend Doyle's Customs. I think that's just so cool. I think if you can get your favorite game or character turned into Joy-Con, my Kamek Joy-Con, I don't think I've ever showed them on screen, but they're so cool. And like the Super Nintendo ones, like I think that's like, it doesn't change the Switch experience, but it's definitely an enthusiast item that I think makes your Switch unique, makes it stand out, and you'll feel cute playing it.
Here, let me address this because people are like, well, not people. Overbeast says, "What? The dock is light and portable though. Like, how is that an issue? Wires. Having to disconnect like all the wires, especially when you have like setups like we do, where we have like all the consoles and there's so many wires. They're all kind of tangled if you're like me. So just having to do that gets annoying. So it's a convenience thing."
Ram wants to know: are we going to be getting Dragon Ball Fighters?
We hope so. Sup, Namco? How you doing?
I probably won't.
We might. I mean, one of us will.
Okay, well, in a world where we don't do YouTube, I would not get it.
Oh, I still would.
Yes, Kenny, I agree.
Joe Schmo, we're not answering. Wait, I mean, we're not gonna talk about podcast. I don't even know why I brought that up.
Yeah, I don't know why you brought that up either. Firewolf says, "You guys ever consider doing a fan meetup?" We actually met. I was surprised by how many people we met at E3. It was quite a few. I was impressed. Met
Mm-hmm.
some really cool people. Had some cool conversations. Took some fun photos. Talked some Switch. E3 is just hard because it's like really busy. I mean, I guess PAX is probably bigger than that. I don't know how many of you guys are going to PAX Prime, but that would probably be a good one.
Oh wait, are we going to PAX Prime?
I am.
Not a lot of games, man.
Pokemon, Smash Bros, Super Mario Party, ports.
Which we've played. But yeah, that's a conversation for another time.
Um, Salem, it asked multiple times. Do we think there'll be an Arms 2?
No.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think so. I think it kind of, for better or worse, it was really fun when it started, and I guess like it's interesting to think about Mario Tennis Aces in this way because when Mario Tennis Aces launched, man, we were like so high on it, and when we compared it to other like Switch stuff, we're like, okay, it's up there. Do you think in a year Mario Tennis Aces finds the same fate as Arms, where it's not even like one of our recommended Switch games?
No. I mean, I've played 40 hours of that game.
So you think it's still recommendable next year?
Yeah, I mean, depends on the online community and things like that. I mean, we have no way of knowing.
Here's the hard thing with titles like that. They're easily replaceable. Like, the multiplayer game du jour is, if Nintendo chooses to, it's replaceable. Like, if Mario Strikers comes out next year, we're not recommending Tennis Aces.
I mean, we will if Strikers isn't good.
Yeah, but like, that's such an asterisk on the, like, okay, like, now is there any way you'd recommend Arms over like Tennis Aces or eventually Smash? Like,
No.
those multiplayer only games, I feel are for better or worse, if they're not free to play in the style of like a Fortnite or a Warframe, are becoming outdated very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a great question. I love this one from Jacob. Would you rather have a new Zelda or a new Mario in 2019?
New Zelda.
I'd absolutely rather have a new Mario. Why would you rather have a new Zelda?
Why would you want a new Mario?
Because I think that one, the genres that Mario can be in are probably far greater and more fun. Two, the allure of Zelda to me like has passed, and I don't think they can reinvent the formula. Like if it's another Breath of the Wild style Zelda, like I'm not excited, or I'm not as excited as a new Mario.
Why, if the Mario's gonna be like, I mean, if we're gonna put that on Zelda, that it's gonna be similar to Breath of the Wild, Mario would be similar to Mario Odyssey. So like,
because I think one, can I have it be a Mario Strikers? Like,
oh, well, I mean, that's not what he was asking.
also, I just think Mario is more fun to control. So if it's gonna be similar, then
Matt M donated $4.50 through Super Chat and asked, "Would you like Need for Speed game on?" I don't know if any of us like Need for Speed a whole lot.
you know what game I'd like to make a comeback though, Matt M? Blur 2. Blur was like my favorite racing game. I want Blur 2 on Switch.
I used to really like racing games too. Yeah.
I feel like racing games became way too oversaturated, and a lot of the gimmick racers went away. I think that's what Onrush tried to capitalize on. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a way of the world thing. I did not like Onrush.
I haven't played. I'm not talking about that. All right, Zach, we're creeping up on an hour, so how about we take a few more here? And
Michael Kelly wants to know how we're feeling about the Starlink Switch release. Think it'll be in better shape by release? I think it was in really good shape at E3. That was one of my favorite Switch surprises at E3.
Yeah, I don't know what he's referring to about the better shape thing. Like, what was there fervor about it not being in good shape? Was that a thing?
I don't think so. I mean, I thought it was actually pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna, like usurp Smash or Pokemon in any, buddy's list or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool. And I think if your expectations are set, I think it's really cool. I think it'll be interesting how they price everything. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know how much variety there's going to be, but I had a lot of fun. I tried to really like push the systems and see like how many different things you can equip, how many upgrades. There's quite a bit of progression there. There's quite a bit of modification. There's quite a bit of player preference that you can put into your ship and into your battle routine. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
I was pleasantly surprised by it. I don't know if I'm excited for it, but I'll definitely play it when it comes out.
Yes. Let's see. I'm gonna modify your question, Pez said. How many Switch games have you beaten?
A lot. I don't know.
Gabe's pretty good at beating games.
Yeah, I don't have a number. A lot.
It would be nice if it like check marked next to your playtime if you beat it. I know it's like really hard to like, but I mean it's not. They could just easily put like a little like binary piece of code in there. Striker, we talked about this beginning, but I guess we can just kind of officially. Do you guys worry about the current Nintendo stock drop and how it could affect future projects, games, and further development investments?
No.
I think it's just like a very weird circumstance. I don't really understand it. It seems like nobody really understands it. There was a really good Forbes article about like what the heck is going on because they've announced their biggest franchises. They've doubled down on their biggest franchises for 2019. They're selling incredibly well. They have lofty projections. They haven't dropped those. Like,
Nah, I'm not worried about it. If they survive the Wii U, they'll be fine.
I think if it like continues into Smash and Pokemon, that'll be weird. But Smash and Pokemon are going to sell. I mean, Mario Odyssey like hit like what 10 million copies so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Smash is going to do the same. Michael said he heard that the frame rate could drop. I don't think I noticed much frame rate drop in Starlink when we played.
Yeah, when I played it, I didn't play it on Switch, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I mean, I guess I could go back and look at the footage, but I don't remember it. I don't think it dropped that much.
Let me read Ram's question. It says, how do you think the Fortnite controversy will end with Sony? I think they'll end up waiting until next gen and use it as a reason to upgrade a PS5. No, I think they're going to allow people to play with them at some point.
I think it could be a neither. I think they're happy to sit and be non-inclusive.
Yeah, that too.
Again, the cards are in their hands. The power is in their hands. They have the advantage. It doesn't benefit them to open up.
Yes, it does. Word of mouth,
like from like a public service. Yeah,
but just pleasing the fans, and they've done things like that in the past. So
they seem pretty set right now.
Yeah, for now.
I don't think that's a. I don't know how you really market that to like as a selling point, Ram. So I don't think that's something that they use for PS5. No, I know, but he's talking about like for PS5. I don't think that's something that you can't really like speak that in a way that can be a. Barney the Brioche says, and just because it was a really hot topic about a week ago, what is our current opinion on the supposed 3DS successor? Do you have any new thoughts?
I wish it wasn't happening. I mean, we don't know that it is. I wish the Switch...
It's just in consideration.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
They're considering it.
Yeah.
So the idea, it's percolating. It's pinballing around. They buried it like a Pikmin, and they're waiting for it to bloom. And we know how long it's taking Pikmin form to bloom. So I don't care that much because it seems like the focus would be on smaller ideas, mobile type things, and just as more of a entry point into the Nintendo world for 6, 7, 8-year-olds. Gaming Lime brings up Life is Strange on Switch. I think a number of people actually asked us this. Do we think that Life is Strange would ever make its way to Switch?
Square Enix loves the Switch. Maybe.
They do. They do. I'm like, stuff like that is weird to me where it's like episodic, but then there's a sequel. And I feel the same way about Walking Dead just because it's like you get in the groove and then it ends. And I know it's like seasons. I don't know. For something about it, maybe I'm unique, but it just... or weird. It just feels odd to me of like picking that back up and getting in the sequence of it from a game perspective instead of like a show. I don't know. Take a couple more here. Squampy coming in with the clean cut, saying Gabe always has the best haircut.
My haircut right now is terrible. The lady that did it completely messed up. I hate it. But
Gabe is on the hunt for a great hairstyle. If you guys have any recommendations before the next cut, when's the next cut going to be, Gabe?
Dude, you probably know better than me.
October. So if you guys have an idea by October, let Gabe know.
Wait, it's July. It'll probably be before October. Here, I'll give you
September.
a date.
Okay.
What, July? No, late August.
Okay, if you have an idea for a Gabe cut by late August, send it in. Twitter.com/theswitchforce.
Yeah, do that. Maybe I'll take that.
Will we start doing reviews in the future? We have done reviews. We did one for Mario Tennis Aces. We will do some sort of review for Octopath Traveler. TBD on review code.
Hispanics can't get afros, guys.
Waxiest Dolphin asking the question that I ask myself at least once a fortnight. Do you think Odyssey will have a DLC soon?
No.
It's just so weird to me.
No.
It's so stupid that they haven't done it. It's so weird to me. I don't get it. Yeah. What I want to know is how many people actually go back and grab those stupid outfits.
Stop calling them that. A fair amount of people. I don't know.
I want to know the numbers. I just don't understand why we can't get actual DLC. I'm ready for it. Here we are begging for outfits in Mario Tennis Aces, and instead they give them to us in Mario Odyssey. We don't want them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Zaki asks, Team Octo or Team Inkling for the big Splatfest? Smash
Octo.
Fest.
Team Octo.
Gabe, you're getting gooey on us. That tentacle love.
Yeah.
I'm going to be Team Ink. Team Squid.
You don't even play the Splatfest.
Well, if I did, I'd be Team Inkling.
All right. We have officially passed the hour mark.
Okay, that's good. Squampy, the idea here. Well, okay. See, I get what Squampy's saying. Like long form videos are cool, and
this one's an hour.
And when we convert Common Force to a live thing with a little bit of a more structured format than this, then it will be long formed.
Like your Widow's Peak.
My Widow's Peak is long form.
Yeah, dude.
God, I'm opening myself to a new dimension of reality.
I don't know what's happening.
Daniel says, does he have a fake nose on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gabe will take it off at 500,000 subscribers.
No, I won't. I'll take it off at 500 million subscribers.
Oh, one thing I wanted to point out, and I don't think anyone's brought this up, but I wanted to mention it because I saw it in the Forbes article about the Switch stock. Mario Kart Tour.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposedly dropping this year.
Mm-hmm.
That could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be excited for if it's good.
Like your hair.
That's like a legit thing. Like that's basically like, I know it's not a Switch announcement, but like I'm down for some more Mario Kart. Oh, I need a haircut. All right, guys. Last question is from Uganda Knuckles. Your meme is dead. It was never good. But the question is, what character do you want for Smash? Answer now.
Rex and Pyra. King K. Rool, Zach? No?
Yeah. It's always King K. Rool. Are they ever going to give me what I want?
Ryan Will Height saying something funny.
I mean, we were playing a lot of Mushroom Wars 2, baby. It's relevant, guys.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a little bit of a weird week. I got ill and
had an existential crisis.
Fever dreams of so many sorts. We'll make an official statement on Comment Force. It's probably going this direction. But Yeah, let's give a little look to the week ahead. On Sunday, we have the good word of Gabe.
What?
You know,
Seriously, is something coming out?
unless I'm looking, I'm like, Octopath.
Oh,
Yeah, dummy, your favorite game of the year.
it's I don't know about all.
You said it's the game you're looking forward to most the rest
Yeah,
of the
it
year.
doesn't mean it's my favorite game of the year.
Okay, so there's Project Octopath Traveler, or just Octopath Traveler. No project anymore.
Yeah.
For Octopath Traveler, we're gonna have 8 of us on.
Captain Toad is coming.
There's Captain Toad, which we'll do something with. And what else releases next week?
I'm checking.
Hmm.
We have Rento. We have Paddlebox on the 9th.
Muddle Dash is out next week. Hotel Transylvania.
Wait, so you're not excited for Paddlebox? That's on Tuesday, dude. No, Monday.
Yeah.
What? Monday? Why? All right.
Yeah. So there's quite next week is quite tight.
Ooh.
Also,
20XX. Zach, we got to get on that.
yes, I have a code. I didn't tell you that.
Can I have it?
You'll have to do tricks, Gabe.
I'll do some tricks. Let me get that code, bro.
Yeah, so it's actually it's like probably the biggest week we're gonna get for releases until like September. So eat it your hearts out. I'm gonna be gone for most of the week.
Where you?
I have a basketball tournament out of town.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'll bring you guys 20XX videos. I got you.
Gabe is going to play all 8 paths of the Octo and vote for the Octo Leans. Gabe, are you going to get an infinity sign tattooed on your body to represent the 8s in your life?
No.
Haven't you also had 8 relationships? Everything's just lining up.
Yeah, creep, I agree. The person who cut my hair messed up royally. I do not like it. It's terrible.
We have compliments in here, Gabe. Listen, it's not about what the creeps say. Trust the people that love you, like Raging Red, like
Raging Red's a homie.
String Pony.
Raging Red's a homie. Okay. Yeah, but there's games to play. There'll be videos. Definitely bring you guys some Octo, some 20XX, some Paddlebox, stuff like that.
The moral of the story is that when Panic Button hits the panic button, they bring you a game that no one anticipated. Warframe launching for Switch some point. It's a pretty cool get, and they are crushing it on Twitch right now. So, also we get the Pearl Marina amiibo next week. Yeah. It's actually like a really big, weird week.
Wait, what's weird about it?
It's just weird that it's a big week.
Why?
I just feel like we're in the doldrums of summer. Well, every day we move closer and closer to Thanksgiving, so
that makes all the sense.
It's the best movie day of the year, baby. Creed 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Squampy, you're funny.
Thanks, Ram. Thanks, Raging. All right, guys. Have a lovely Saturday afternoon, or a Saturday evening, or a Saturday night, and enjoy your Sunday. We will be back soon with more. We will let you know if this is going to be next Saturday for Comment Forest and have a title and more of an organization. And, Gabe's hair will be more ready.
I'm wearing a hat.
But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day, night, week, life, existence. And, Raging Red. Okay, we're going to end on this, guys. Raging Red says that Octopath, Captain Toad, and the Splatoon amiibo and the Splatfest all on the same day. What do you do first?
A lot of money.
Where's your time going?
That's easy. That's easy.
You're gonna take selfies with the amiibo?
Octopath. I've never taken a selfie with anything.
That's the trick you need to do for that 20XX code. I want like a selfie. I want like a barrage. I want like the cutest poses. Okay. Anyways, have a great everything, and thanks so much. We will see you soon. Until that time, for myself and Gabe, Switch Force